everyone, I'm Bill. That's Bogner. We're with Cali Moto TV. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back. The two Panigales. Finally, the Panigale V2 is back. We're here at Laguna Seca. And we're on our last session. And, well, Bogner's on the V4. She's been enjoying that thing today. And so I thought I would get on the V2 for you guys and give you guys my last session on this V2. I've been on the V4S, the Panigale, and the Street Fighter V4S. So I thought it'd be nice. We've got the V2 back, and I thought I would talk about what's been going on and where this thing's been for the last 3 months, or almost 3 months. If you guys can hear, we are unfortunately running stock exhaust. So, I don't know if I can do this in 15 minutes, but it's kind of a long story. So we had the bike out of Checkwalla, and the bike started overheating. And we took it into AMS, and I want to thank AMS, and I want to thank Randy for the tremendous help that they gave us with this the last few months, okay? So we took it in, it was overheating, and Ducati came back with certain things like, oh, it's overheating because the radiator guards are on there. Then they said, oh, it's because the exhaust and the tune that we had. And so, now mind you, the the overheating had just come on immediately. It wasn't like it was gradually overheating. It was overheating just right now. So I kind of thought, we're gonna have some issue like the squirter, the thermostat, or something like that. Ducati did not want to replace the squirter. They did not want to check the water pump. They said, nope, it's because of the exhaust, it's because of the tune. Now, we had the Van Diemen exhaust on there, and we had the Van Diemen exhaust on for quite a few miles, 500 and some miles, with the Bren tune. And I'll tell you, that bike ran the best it's ever run with that Van Diemen exhaust in the Bren tune. So we put the bike back to the stock tune, and of course, because of Van Diemen exhaust, with the stock tune, the bike just did not want to run. So Ducati just continued to have issues with the fact that it had the exhaust on it. And I explained to them, I says, look, the exhaust has been on there for 500 plus miles. So then they started asking about the cams and had we altered the cam timing or anything like that, which we hadn't. And something came up that I was totally unaware of. And it's a good looking bike. If you guys haven't seen the last Street Fighter ride. Check it out. That's Jason test riding the bike. And what a better place than Laguna Seca. So, much to my surprise, Ducati has classified this bike as a race bike. And said the Desmo service needs to be done at 5,500 miles. Well, guess how many miles we got on it? 5,586. So they said, well, the valves might be out of adjustment, and they couldn't get the throttle bodies to sync. So they said they basically denied any further claim until we made this thing back to stock 100%. So they could sync the throttle bodies. And so we did the Desmo service, which was $2,000. And while we were in the Desmo service, Randy at ANS was nice enough to say, look, you know, since he had the bike already torn apart, he said he would throw the stock exhaust on and not charge us. That's why I have to give a huge thank you to Randy, because Randy went over and beyond to help us with this bike at ANS. So they did the service, found out that the cam gears were worn pretty good. Had to get some authorization from Ducati. They didn't want to replace the cam gears. I was like, but this is a worn part, a premature worn part. So Ducati finally covered that, so thank you. And so the stock exhaust got back put on. I believe it's something like 5 of the 7, 5 of the 8. Valves were out of adjustment. So they had to replace all the shims. All the shims were out. And the valves were out of adjustment, so they got that done, and well, miraculously, we're up to 220, and it doesn't look like we're overheating, so was a pretty big battle, and almost felt defeated many times with Ducati warranty service. But you guys know, and I've talked about it, and it's not just Ducati service. BMW service, Triumph service, it's all the same. They don't let their techs work on the bikes anymore. So you have to, you know, that what they do is a tech submits a ticket that says that the bike's overheating, and Ducati service comes back and says, well, do this, or any of the services, BMW service says do this, do that, do this, do that. And I feel like any of the services in any of the warranty companies, they're doing everything they can not to put money into your warranty. Which is pretty unfortunate, because we've spent lots and lots of money. And when something like this happens, for you normal people, it's just a denied service. And they're not going to warranty it. That's it. And it sucks. All right, that's a Multistrada. It's not my bike. V2 runs good now. So I think we're not going to put the Van Diemen exhaust back on. I think we're going to do the Aero exhaust back on here with the up nap. I hit that cone with my toe. Whoops. So, it's very unfortunate, but the bike is fixed. It's, well, 232. 232, and it's a cool day. 234. So we'll see how this plays out when we get to the heat, because it's like 72 degrees today. It's a beautiful day. Whew. Good run. So, welcome back to V2. I think Shalina, I don't know who this was, but it's running pretty good. I know Shalina was back there on the Street Fighter V2. Hopefully I wasn't holding nobody up. Whew. Good run. Fuel light just came on. Can't complain about that ride at all. I'm gonna leave this thing to idle and see if it idles down in temperature. So we're at 237, 239. So I'm gonna leave this thing idling and see if it heats up. But yeah, 241. This thing's heating up, so I'm gonna go grab Jeff, because Jeff, the service guy, is actually here. Um, 243. So it's climbing up, but yeah, so that's kind of what's been going on with the V2. It's back. But Bogna, you know, Bogna's a one bike girl, and she really enjoyed that V4. But I don't know, I really like this thing. It's not like the fastest thing, but man, it handles good. Dave Moss did some stuff on this thing. So yeah, so anyways, thank you guys for sticking around. Do the normal, hit the subscribe button, smash the like button, and then ring the bell notification. Bell notification is going to give you future notification of future content. If you guys haven't seen, we've been on all of the bikes today, the Panigale, the Street Fighter, the V4S Panigale, so, and the V2. So thank you guys for sticking around, and we'll see you guys next video. Bye guys.